Hello. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning. Good night. I hope everyone's having a good day or will have a good day. This is going to be a continuation of Where Birds Go to Sleep. I think I want to play from the beginning, actually, because there's a bunch of other options that I never got around to. So let's get started. Make no mistake, you've made your decisions. Every word you say, every thought acknowledged, will plant a seed. Each gesture and inflection, no matter how insignificant, is a step that threads a clearer path to a secret garden. There is a hidden cost, chance for any inkling to root itself deeply. Leave a mark. There is a bed of flowers made ready for you. For the moment when you eventually crumble under pressures of life and lie down in the position assumed over and over again. When you fall back into nature you've cultivated, your second nature. I think this is when Cormo goes to the small hut and takes a nap and he sees all those dreams. That's the bed of flowers.
The
I don't
moon's
know
quite
if it really
high
means...
today, isn't it?
Oh.
What day is it today, anyway? Oi, fella. We've been quiet for some time now, you know what I mean? What's your name?
Find out what he's made of.
Look at us, brother. Two prisoners in a boat. There's a start of a joke.
We don't have to talk.
There's this joke, but he probably won't like it. Let's try it without the joke.
You know, this old joyride don't have to be so grim. They sound quite a laugh.
Who says that? Who's they?
Well, you know, people. You probably don't know them.
They're not here, are they?
Listen, why we put away whatever's pushing our arseholes and have a laugh? Let me guess, your name is, oh, I don't know, Petrel?
Petrel?
Did I guess right?
No, it's Dunlin. Yours?
Dunlin. Dunlin, yeah? That's a good name. Lovely name, mate. I'll enjoy saying it.
Well, the prison guards told me your name. I know who you are. Tit.
You fucking what? Did? Like your mums did? They must have got me mixed up with someone. Name's Cormo. C-O-R-O-M-R-M-O. Yeah?
Let's not get too familiar.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah. You're right.
Is it Tit?
But I
or is it
reckon we
Cormo?
should.
Oh, okay. Should get familiar. Interesting. Ooh. What's happening? A week has passed since your arrival at the prison colony. The camp has been abandoned. There's no one here. Not a single soul. Dunlin spends his days looking out at sea awaiting the rescue party. Back home, your sister is ill. The cure is meant to be on this island. Find the missing people. Save your sister. A new thought entered your mind. Talk to
There you
Dunlin.
are. Is this how you go around, trudging around in the mud?
What? What do you mean?
You're not really dressed for the occasion, are you?
He's just jealous.
Well, I'm dressed to impress, yeah? If there was other people here, I'd be treated like a king just because I look it. Trust me, this is how the real world works, my friend. I can see you haven't had much experience. But don't worry, just watch and learn.
If you say so.
Yeah, whatever you say, my friend.
Talk to Dunlin some more? Ask about his occupation.
So, Dunlin, I never asked you. What was your job before becoming a professional bellend?
I'll have you know I was a Shaira in the highest stratum of the sanatorium.
And that means?
Can you, elaborate on that? Maybe just a tiny bit, mate. I'm a bit stupid.
We were resolving the mysteries of air and vibration, uncovering the complex formulae and principles that elude words. But hearing them brings our hearts closer to the sky, or the sky closer to us. We haven't figured that one out yet. I don't expect you to understand, but thank you for your inquiry.
We talked
Should I
to
bring
someone.
you a chair?
I'm a bit busy.
Oh, I didn't mean to intrude, Your Highness. I'm so sorry.
Sod off.
See you around, Dunlin, man.
For goodness sake.
Well, he wants me to leave him? We shall leave. We've already seen the bonfire, but I feel like there might be more. The massive pyre. This massive pyre is made of raw, barely processed tree logs stacked on top of each other. The dead branches and dried bark were left untouched. It's a rough, instinctual monument erected for a singular purpose. For what purpose? Anybody's guess, what do you think? A proclamation of What? Who doesn't want to erect the most poignant of structures to leave a mark on this world, however unsightly or unpleasant? There are chairs around the pyre. Why? The prisoners drank and danced amongst their own. Who else would understand them but their own ilk? Even on this island, the properly borns would not join the merriment around the bonfire. The simple songs and dances and cheers, oil and water, don't mix. Glass bottles littered around. The gleams and twinkles of broken glass perforate through the sand. The smell of alcohol has dissipated long ago. Alcoholic beverages are forbidden by the benefactory and should not be supplied, so what gives? Being an explorer is a miserable job. And so, as if by accident or mercy, a barrel or two find their way onto the supply boats along with fruit that no one eats, but is instead used in wine brewing. You would know. The huge pyre was never lit. This is a signal fire. For when things go south, it's to be set alight. The smoke reaching into the higher stratosphere, letting all and sundry know what is happening here. This raging fire would touch the clouds, bold and ferocious, polluting the night sky with hues of warmth. It would be seen from across the horizon, an unmistakable clue. Good to know I can ask for help when things go wrong and nothing else remains to be done. Light this fire. Let the sky know you're alive and need help. It is sure to come. Notice something. Notice. I think it's the footprints. I'm aware. Raw footprints. Let's have a look at the bonfire again. The bonfire party is long over. Nothing to be sad about. You wouldn't want to rub shoulders with smelly convict insects, or the properly born guards for that matter, even though you could speak their language better than your own mother tongue. What would she say about that? Back to the landing. Provisory? Wildly colored pavilion. This great tent housed multiple convict explorers. There are multiple beds, trunks and chests, and chairs all around the pavilion, along with the makeshift floorboards and carpets. It almost feels like a house, but the stench in here is unbearable. Smells horrid in here. Oops.
I can't. I can't.
Leave? Alright, I'm sorry. Tit or Cormo? The beach. To the right, a forest looms, a great wall of impenetrable fortress, staving off the salty soft breeze from the spreading sea, overlooked by a giant rock. There are shoes thrown about. Hundreds of shoes, along with some shirts and trousers, are left lying on the beach, moved in and out by this tide. An eerie sight. There's something else. Have you noticed? Noticed now? I have noticed. What is it about these shoes, then? More shoes than there were people. That's right, about twice as many. How many people were sent to this colony? 100? 200? If each man wears a pair, the shoes are impossible to count. There's simply too many variables and unknowns. What is it about these shoes, then? The shoes are all very different sizes. All vastly different sizes. Some of these shoes are very, very small. Midgets? The little people always prancing around, making funny sounds and raising spirits. You can remember only ever seeing two of these peculiar people. The benefactor is known to abort those born crippled, deformed, or otherwise broken. Is this where they end up? Possibly. Women's shoes? These tiny shoes would fit women's feet only. Everybody knows no women were sent to this prison colony island. Why not? Exploring the unknown, uncharted lands is a dangerous and physically demanding work. The barely living conditions are dreadful. Amenities non-existent. You are expected to die here. Some lives are more disposable than others. Can that be the reason? Properly borns don't care. Man or woman, a body is a body. There's a darker reason. There is an even darker reason. Women would never be sent here to a colony of human animals, the worst of the worst. Even if they made it past the boat ride, dignified, they'd find themselves outnumbered by men, by many orders of magnitude. These women would not be able to walk, but would have to be fed, maybe even watched over. It would be a source of conflict for other intimacy-deprived inmates. Raped, and raped, 100 times over. Just like on a ship, there is more trouble than it's worth. What is that sound? A wet crunch. Unbelievable. In a corner of his eye, Cormo sees a hermit crab. The size of a fist crawls out from a tiny leather boot, only to slide into another, slightly larger boot. Moments later, the boots sprout long spider-like legs and trots away towards the ocean. It begs the question, if you were to live in a shoe, where would you live? The heel, naturally. Right by the entrance with a lot of fresh air and access to daylight. The sole is the thickest there, providing ample protection from the outside. You could hide here very well. A fascinating topic. Think of it next time you find some shoes around the camp. A boulder. Looking at the far rock, the boulder, a 4-minute walk's distance, forms a natural pier, a lookout at the sea. Would be a nice place to think things over one day, but today is not that day. Back to camp. Let's look at the smaller tent. There's a pair of putrid shoes on the floor, placed neatly under a made bed, a single bed, unusual given the circumstances. A pair of shoes next to the bed, a pair of undersized shoes. The size makes them look uncomfortable. If you were to live in a shoe, where would you live? The front? Cormo puts his hand into the shoe, searching, finding nothing. Shouldn't have bothered. The heel? Cormo presses his finger against the heel. It moves ever so slightly. I'm going to assume that his name is actually Cormo, even though Dunlin mentioned it earlier, because the narrator here calls him Cormo. Lifting the shoe, the threads fixing the sole to the shoe section are loose, with something filling the space in between. There's a piece of paper folded over 10 times. To Mina, my best friend. You opened this letter, and that means the moon has returned. Another year since has passed. To this day, I am 8 years old. One more, and I will be able to partake in life as my year intent. Has a better life than we can lead, with some of a thing to aspire to, instead of causing minor offense like verminions, rats, and the like. I am, well, just tired and hungry. There's a little bump under the blanket. There's a doll hidden under the blanket, tucked underneath a shirt.
What sort of a grown man sleeps with a doll?
I mean, it was the 8-year-old that wrote the letter. Put it away. We shall sleep. I shall go where the shoes were so small. On the 5th moon, once the festival of Ilk, a joyous occasion is over, the night rolls in sluggishly. That quiet night, shadows grow many legs, long and thin they clitter down for the Minar, through the winding streets and alleys, leaving no stone unturned, no house unchecked. On the 5th moon, once the festival of Ilk, a joyous occasion is over, the night rolls in sluggishly. That quiet night, shadows grow many legs, long and thin they clitter down from the Minar, through the winding streets and alleys, leaving no stone unturned, no house unchecked. Every mother knows to hold what is dear close to their hearts, lest an odd heartbeat be heard, or an odd sigh. A knock, a second, a third. The door opens, and then quiet. A gaunt face peeps in from above, its neck long, the body nowhere to be seen. It scries in silence. It's too much to bear, and many just give up. They take what is precious, and under the moonlit sky, offer their unaccounted children to the soaring, long and many-legged missionaries of the generous envoy, which gives all and sundry to the chance to be inspected and accepted by Mayor, our benefactors. I was mentioned in the letter. Even those who might have missed or forgot, or were otherwise unable to present themselves at the festival of Ilk, a joyous occasion, titled The Generous Envoy. Dream on. Dream of pleasant things.
No. I want to get up. I want to go to work. Let me sleep.
Take it easy. Take your time.
I wish I could lie here forever. Rot here if I have to.
You can just lie in bed.
All right.
Can't just lie in
Not
bed
forever. Just 5 more minutes.
What would you prefer?
Doing things on my terms. No one to boss me around. No pressure.
Nothing would ever
whatever
get done.
gets done now. Every man here, apart from the busybodies, put in the absolute minimum and call it a day. This ship will reach its destination in spite of the crew. No thanks to it.
You choose this.
For the money. But the money's not here. It's difficult to find reason to get up today when my pay is a moon away. And what a pitiful sum it is. If I couldn't smuggle the rare goods, this miserable torture wouldn't be worth it.
You're an ape that requires
You're
constant
no
affirmation.
different, so fuck off, alright?
Difficult to find a purpose for getting up.
It is. But hold on. I'm not on a ship. I'm on this cursed island where they send men to die. Oh, what a relief. At least I can sleep in peace on a proper bed. To bed, the smell of wet sand. Oh no, I'm waking up.
Uh-oh. Do we dream on? Do we wake? Do we wake? We wake. Because I want to see that person. Oh.
See above. What the fuck was that?
Yes. Quick, follow him.
Dunlin, is that you?
Cormo's delirious. He went to the landing. Bonfire, bonfire. There he is, he's quick.
Dunlin.
Not now. I'm in the middle of something.
Pursue it.
Dunlin, what did I tell you about wagging your tail around a camp? You ought not leave your station.
I'm in the middle of a prayer. So scurry off now, if you don't mind.
Rise above the insult.
You know, I'm the bigger man here, so I can just rise. Rise above insults like these, brother.
Very well. Say your fill. You're not half the man you think you are, Cormo. You come here just to talk rubbish all the time. It's difficult to take you seriously.
Be fucking careful, Dunlin friend. You are meant to watch the shore for when the other boat comes. At all times. What are you looking for in the camp? Your bollocks. Those are gone. Don't bother. You're not getting off this island until I find what I came here for. And that's that.
What are you rambling on about, Cormo? Are you thinking about testicles again?
Dunlin, if it wasn't you, there's someone in the camp. It must be.
Oh, please. I went with one of your stupid ideas already. For what? Nothing. It was nothing. You understand your kind can't be trusted, right? It's not your fault. Why don't you take a rest?
I don't need to rest.
Right. I see. Thanks. For nothing.
Oh no, what's happening?
What the fuck was that wreck? That bungle of a conversation with Dunlin? You let yourself be talked to like that? Get stamped on? What sort of a man are you?
I should have
How
done
does it
it.
feel to be a part of the Losers Club? Well, it don't matter. Why should I care what he has to say? Small talk has a big bark. Means nothing. Oh, just you wait. When the time comes and he needs my help. I'll just smile. Dramatic, all right? How about this? Ever wondered how I feel? Walked over. I don't believe you, because you're a little bitch. I think you're pathetic. No.
Huh? That's the first time I've seen a...
You're a lion.
Oh.
The
It's changing.
hungriest of them all. You will eat and eat out of this life. Because that's what it's made for. No worries. No regrets. You will eat your fill.
Humunculus. Oh. A piece of jewelry on the bed. The one and only unique and extraordinary locket housing Cormo's prized possession. It must have slipped out of Cormo's pocket. Looking at it would always guarantee a good night's sleep. Why not take a look? Get up. We already saw this. Okay. Go outside, it's raining. The landing site is behind you. Dunlin's a short walk away. Approach the large bonfire. We've seen this already. Beach again. Bar rock. We've seen this part. Alright, back to pipe. Smaller tent. Approach the bed. Sleep. What alternatives do we have? Dream of the prison colonists. Do you always speak this tongue? Who has given it to you? Who has imposed it on you early in your childhood? It was not your ancestors, and certainly not your families. Who is it exactly that occupies your inland state and makes you say the words you can say, controls how you say them? The only words you know how to say, and the ideas you come up with. Who benefits from this? I will not let the settlers in. I will expel the colonizers of my brain. Colonized brain. Dream on. What else is there to dream of? A sleepless sleep, anxious and unkind. On days like these, Cormo would look at a visage of his family, his blood, which he always held close by. The sweet melancholy will lull him away into the night. Wake. Get up. Let's try that again. Is there anything to sleep for? Nope. Same thing. Okay. Get up. Go outside. Landing site. Dunlin. Leave. Guess there's nothing else.
Is there something I missed?
I don't think
I
so.
won't be back for a while.
We can try talking to Dunlin differently. To the forest. Try one more round later. I hope everyone has a good one. In this one, we kind of yelled at Dunlin. It was an interesting experience, but everything was majority the same. I would guess. There were more options. How do I unlock this one? That jumps to this one. And then these. Huh. Those are interesting decisions. The skullberry has been removed and your brain pulsates to the outside world. It sends and receives frequencies of the most bizarre type. For the first time, you can feel the sun and its warmth on your gray matter. Your brain. The tickle of the salty wind as it flows in the fissure between your hemispheres. Thank you for playing. Ooh, okay. I hope everyone has a good one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And till next time. Toodaloo!